What if I told you I took these photos with just my iPhone? Would you believe me? I'm not sure I believe me. Now, the last time I made a video like this, I was comparing my iPhone to my big professional camera. And the whole point of that video was to prove that you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on camera gear when you can capture amazing content with just your phone. And phones have come such a long way over the years. I mean, let's take this one for example. This is the iPhone 16 Pro, and the images that come out of it are 48 megapixels, and the 5x zoom camera is equal to 120 millimeters. So that's really impressive. But a company called Reeflex just came out with an absolute game changer for iPhone photography. Now, I get asked all the time about my gear, what gear I'm using, what I would suggest, and I really love getting these types of questions because that tells me that more people want to get into what I'm doing, and I'm all about growing this community. The only problem is when they start looking at the prices, they disappear faster than the Epstein files. But this is where phones really crush it. I mean, we all have one, they're right in our pocket, and they give us easy access to photography. The only problem is they don't have the reach you need to really get those detailed shots, those close-up detailed shots of, like a fighter jet or something. When they reached out to me and said they had a brand new 240 millimeter telephoto lens for an iPhone, I was really intrigued and I wanted to see if it was any good. Because let's be honest, a lot of the other companies that make lenses like this that attach to your phone, they're garbage, honestly. They're cheap, they're plastic, the optics are terrible, and it really degrades your images. So this right here, this is a game changer, but we're gonna get to that in a second. First, I wanna talk about everything else they sent me. So we're gonna go through it in a way that you attach it to the phone. So we'll start with the cases. So they sent me a couple different ones. You can see this one has a cool carbon fiber look on it, has a little metal bezel right here, and this is where you actually screw the lenses in. And then this one right here is leather. And the only difference besides the look is that this one is MagSafe. So I don't have a ton of MagSafe stuff, but if you do, go with the leather one. It's really nice. It feels good in your hand. So I'm actually gonna put the carbon fiber one on. And I like the carbon fiber one because it feels nice and slim and snug. And if you know me, all my friends, all the people I work with, they love to make fun of me because I never run a case on my phone because, well, for a few different reasons. One is because I like the way it feels in my hand. And two, I don't know if you've ever heard Neil deGrasse Tyson explain it, but basically what he says is if you have it without a case, you're gonna be more aware subconsciously that you shouldn't be dropping it. So I don't know if that's true, but it sounds pretty good to me. Next, we're gonna talk about the lens. And the first thing you notice when you pick this up is the weight. It's pretty hefty. And you can feel that it's really high quality because of that. It's got nice machined aluminum. The glass is really nice. Here, I'll pop this off here. You can see that right there. Really nice, high quality glass in these things. And then one of my favorite things, because I'm a nerd, is the lens cap. It's magnetic. How cool is that? Yeah, just plops right on there like that. And then you take it and you put it in the hole and you just screw it on and there you go. It's right on there. Just pop the lens cap off and you just start shooting away. And now the next things are these step-up rings. They're adapters for filters. So this one right here is actually made for this specific lens. And guess what? It magnetizes on. Nerdy stuff, but I love it. And then there's this one right here with a tiny little hole. And it actually screws right into the case. So you can put a filter right on the case and use the cameras on the phone, which can come in really handy. And then they have these two that are for their anamorphic lens and their wide angle lens, but I don't have those, so I'm just gonna put them over here for now. And now that we have that on, let's talk about filters. So the first one is this circular polarizer. And these are great for automotive photography or even landscape to help get rid of glare and reflections on windows, or even get rid of haze that's in the air. And I haven't used this one yet, but I can guarantee that I will. So I'm just gonna put that one over here. And then this one right here this is the variable ND. So you see, as I spin it, it gets lighter and darker. And this one really came in handy for me while I was testing all this stuff out because it was a really bright day and everything was really backlit. So that's what it looks like with the filter on, and it's all magnetic. I mean, everything on here is just magnetic, which is very, very satisfying. So before I get on to the other things, let's talk about the last couple things that they sent me for the lens. These are macro attachments. So once again, they just magnetize on, and now I have a macro lens. And I don't do a lot of macro photography, but sometimes I do. I used to have a macro lens, and every now and then I kind of regret selling it because there are times where I really do want it. So now that I have these, I can use them and I can actually get some really cool macro shots. And now the last thing they sent me is this little tripod here. And I know it kind of looks like every other travel tripod, but the first thing I noticed when picking it up is it feels hefty. It feels really, really sturdy. And the tolerances are really tight. So a lot of those other ones kind of loosen up over time and they're wobbly and flimsy, but this one feels really good. And it has this cool little ratcheting latch system right here where you just pull up on that little switch and you can adjust it right to where you want. So I'll bring them all down just like that. And then up top here, you have these little knobs so you can spin it 360 degrees. And then this little latch right here, you loosen that and you can bring this down and shoot vertically. And this is all metal. I mean, it's all machined aluminum and it feels amazing. There's hardly any plastic. I think the only thing that's plastic is maybe this case right here. But I have to say, one of my favorite things about this tripod is the legs. So normally you have a bunch of knobs and latches right here that either loosen up over time or you'll get sand in them and they lock up and they're really hard to use. But this one right here is probably the simplest one I've ever seen. So what you do is you grab the foot and you just twist it and then it extends out like that. But if you want it longer, you just twist it further and it extends out, and then you twist it back and it locks. And I have to say, there's not much flex in this. There really isn't. A lot of these other ones, they're so floppy and flimsy and just wobbly. And then if you want to retract them, you just spin it back, lock it in, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. I'm gonna put this back on. And then this right here, this is the phone clamp. So your phone just goes in like this, and then you got another little latch right here that you just tighten, and it's in there just like that. And again, this is really high quality. I have a few different things like this because I like to put my phone on top of my camera and my lens while I'm shooting photos so I can get more video and more content. And they're usually plastic. They're usually really cheap, and sometimes really cheap aluminum that's really thin and it kind of bends really easily. But this one here, you can see that it's just, I don't know if you can see that, but it's just thick, solid, machined aluminum. And that's amazing. Like the detail that they went through and the thought that went into all this stuff, it shows that they had the right people designing it all. So it's pretty cool. And I actually did use this, but I'll get into that. So that's everything they sent me. Pretty cool, right? So the only thing left to do is to test it out. And Reeflex wanted to see what I could capture that was flying. They wanted to see fighter jets and airplanes and helicopters. So I figured the best place to do that was Seattle Seafair. And if you don't know what that is, it's a big festival that happens every summer in Seattle. They have boat races, they have concerts, all sorts of stuff going on. But my main focus was the Airshow, because when you go to these air shows, you have a lot of opportunities to actually try and capture things. The jets are flying by multiple times, they're doing different things, they're getting pretty close, and I wanted to do something a little bit different this time. I wanted to get as close as possible. So I took my paddleboard out on Lake Washington, and I went as close as I could get to show center, which is right where the Blue Angels cross over and they do all their stunts on this main center point. So the closer I could get to that, the better. And I have to say, it was one of the coolest experiences I have ever had. It was also one of the loudest experiences I've ever had. I mean, you're basically right underneath where they do their afterburner, straight up above you, and there's jets coming by you. So it's a sensory overload, and it was incredible. One of the coolest and one of the loudest things I've ever done. So let's take a look at the photos that I caught, because I think you'll be surprised. I know I was absolutely blown away when I finally put them on my computer. While I was shooting, I was like, oh, I don't know if I caught anything. I don't know how good it's gonna be. I'm pretty hard on myself, but by the time I got home, I put them on my computer and I started editing. I was absolutely blown away, like blown away. So let's take a look at these photos. Now you can see the detail. You can see how good this looks. And for anyone who didn't know, they would just think that these were taken with a big professional camera. At least I would. I would think that they came out of like a $4,000 camera with a $2,000 lens on it. And they didn't. They just came right from this iPhone. So being able to say that I captured these photos with an iPhone is incredible. So that's why I say this is a game changer for iPhone photography. Being able to capture this opens up a whole new world for people who don't necessarily want to spend the money on big professional cameras. This is $360 just for the lens, and then you can get the filters too. But even if you just went with the lens, that would be great. I mean, honestly, you can see what they can capture. And I wasn't doing anything special. I was just out there on my paddleboard, looking up, just shooting away, trying to capture as much as I could. And I'm so happy with it. So now let's talk about day 2 of Seafair. And one of the things that was a bit of a letdown on this, and it's not a knock on Reeflex, it's not a knock on phones or anything, but when you add this long of a focal length to a phone that's not built for it, the stabilization isn't gonna be that great, because stabilization in phones just normally is really, really good. But when you're doubling the length that you're able to shoot with this, and you're trying to shoot video, I was trying to shoot it handheld and it was really, really shaky. So the idea that I had was to just put it on the tripod here and set it up at something cool. So I went to Boeing Field where the Blue Angels take off and all the demos take off. And I just set it up just like this with the filter, just like that. Set it up at the end of the runway and I got the takeoffs. And without this, I wouldn't have been able to capture such cool video. And I was able to capture really nice video, because if you've ever shot at airports, you know how hard it is to actually get really good stuff without a long lens, because you're really far away. I mean, you are, even though the jets are so big, you're still pretty far away. So you need a long lens to be able to capture good detail or the really cool stuff. So this was amazing. Even though it's just stationary, being able to capture video at that focal length on my phone, I was really impressed and I was really, really happy. So check out these shots. Here's the Blue Angels. And this one's cool because with the Blue Angels, when they take off, 4 of them take off all at the same time. And then you see that 4th one slides up underneath the other 3. And normally with a normal phone, you wouldn't be able to see that. So being able to capture that with my phone by just adding this little lens, I mean, I think that's so cool. This, like I said, this just opens up a whole new world for people who either want to get into aviation photography or they just want to have a new way of shooting it or a more simple way of shooting it. So this is the way to do it. And then finally, the last thing that I wanted to show you was their app. And they make a few different apps, but the one that I used the most was their camera app. So you can see that right there. It's a pretty easy layout. It's really easy to use. It lets you control things like ISO, shutter speed, EV compensation, manual focus, white balance, gives you histogram, zebra stripes, focus assistant, which is really nice because it'll put a little outline around what you're focused on. That's pretty cool. And then it also lets you do RAW, HEIF photos, Pro RAW, which is pretty cool. So the fact that you have all this control and a very simple layout is really, really cool in a phone. So if you want to try a new camera app, even if you don't buy these lenses, this is a good one to try out. Now, the one cool thing about it is when you put one of these lenses on an iPhone in the native camera app, it does some weird things because when it sees something in front of one of the lenses, it's going to switch to one of the other ones, and that messes things up. So when you're using this app here, it makes sure that it stays on the lens that you want it on, which is really, really nice because you don't want to be sitting there fiddling around with it and having some weird results. So that about wraps things up here. I'm just going to plop this right back in here. I mean, look at this thing. This is an absolute unit for a phone. I mean, all this, look at this. It's a great setup and you can capture some incredible photos and videos with it. So if you want to check out Reeflex, I'll leave a link in the description below. Their website is just reeflex.com. That's REEFLEX.com. And they've even been nice enough to give me a discount code for you guys for 10% off. It's just Trevor W10. And I would highly suggest you go get one of these if you want to get into any type of photography, whether it's aviation, automotive, family, landscape, whatever it is, or you just want to impress your friends. I mean, that's why we do this, right? No, I'm just kidding. But they also have a Facebook group where they've built a community of people who use all their lenses and their products, and they share all their photos, and they have some really impressive stuff from all different types of photography. So go check that out. It's really cool. I'll link that below too. And then if you want to get the camera app, I'll link that below too, but it's also in the iOS store. So you can get that on your iPhone. And like I said, it's really simple to use. I liked using it quite a bit. It gave me a lot of control, and the photos that came out of it, obviously you saw, are pretty impressive. So go get yourself a Reeflex lens, maybe some filters, maybe a macro thing. Go check it out. I'd highly, highly suggest it. And when you take photos with these things, make sure you share them with me. Put them on social media, tag me. I want to see what you get. I'm always interested in that. So, Reeflex, go get it. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.